We are back with Procreate Basics. My name is Jasmine. This is video number 2. And in this video, we're going to be covering layers and text. So let's jump into it. So I am already on a new project here. It is blank. And we're going to talk about layers starting off. So your layer tab is by your colors. I'm going to select a different color here. And just like last video, I'm going to drag and drop color so I can show that this is layer number 1. So I've clicked my layer tab. You can see that I have layer number 1 here. It is blue. You can also change your background color, which changing mine to black. So you can see this example. And there are check marks here on the side on layer number 1. I'm going to uncheck that so you can see that underneath my background layer is black. Check it again, change my background back to white. And to add more layers, you can hit this plus sign here. You can add as many layers as your project allows. Right now I've added 4 for this example. I'm gonna make them all different colors. Actually, make this one a nice purple color. And we're gonna talk about everything you can do within your layers now. So I'm gonna go back to my layers tab. You will see this thing right here, this N icon. And if you click that, you'll see different layer modes or blending layer modes you can use. They all do very different things. They allow you to see the layers that are underneath in different ways. I'm gonna go through all of them a little bit so you can see how they work. I'm gonna go back to normal. Another thing you can do with your layers is delete, duplicate, and lock. And I get there by dragging my layer over to the left, and those things will pop up. Locking will make it so that you cannot change anything with that layer. It's locked into place. You cannot accidentally delete it without unlocking it. And you unlock it by sliding back over and hitting unlock. You can also duplicate your layer, which will do just that. It will make another one of them. And you can delete your layer. Another thing that is under N is your opacity. With just like your brushes, you can change your layer's opacity. So if I have layer 4, which is this purple one, at 100, you can see all of the purple. If you drag it down to 31, for example, you can see what is underneath it. Same thing with all these other layers. There's lots you can do there with texture and fun color stuff. So I'm gonna delete all these layers now. Make sure they're all at 100. One more thing you can do with your layers is rename them. If you have your default layer name, so layer number 1, 2, 3, 4, if you click your layer name and go up top, you can rename it. Name this one the purple layer. And again, I'm gonna tap layer number 1, go up to rename. I'm gonna name this one the blue layer. A couple more things you can do with your layers include grouping them and moving them. So here's my purple layer. If I click and hold and drag that layer, I can move it below and above other layers. So now my blue layer is on top. And then if I want to go back, I can either click and drag that again back up top, or you can hit the undo button in your toolbar on the left. You can also group your layers together. So I have my purple layer selected. I'm going to select my blue layer by sliding it a little bit to the right while I have my purple layer still selected. And then up top, you can either delete both layers, which we're not going to do right now, or you can group them. In grouping your layers, you will form a new group, so they're all under that one pocket. And just like with what we did before with showing and hiding your purple layer, you can show and hide that whole group all together by clicking the check mark that is right there. One more thing you can also do is flatten your whole group. So if I, for instance, am working on a project, I'm going to add another layer for this example. If I am working on a project and I have an image here, drawing a little flower for this example, and I'm like, I want my flower and the purple layer to all be one layer. What you can do is select your layers. So I'm going to select layer number 4, and I'm also going to select my purple layer, and I'm going to group them together. I'm going to select new group up here, and then I'm going to flatten it. And now that is all on one layer. A quick tip that you can do is adding photos. So to add a photo, we're going to go up to our actions menu, which is again the wrench icon up in your upper left side of your interface here. I'm going to select that, make sure that your action is add, and then you can insert a photo, you can take a photo. To insert a photo, you're going to click that, your gallery is going to come up, you can hit whatever photo you want to come up, it will be imported, and then your transform tool will take over, and you can scale that image up and down, you can flip it, you can move it wherever you want. And that will be an added layer in your layer tab. And you can do, again, all the same things they can do in a normal layer. I'm going to delete that layer so we can go back to our project. The next thing we're going to do is adding text. To get to your text, you're going to go to your actions menu, which is the wrench in your upper left-hand side of your screen. You're going to go down to add text, and your text box will pop up. You can type whatever you want by tapping your keyboard. I'm going to type in flower because that's what we have on the screen here. And if you go to your uppercase and lowercase a, you can customize it more. To change your color of your text, you can double tap your text to select your whole word and go back up to your color wheel. I'm going to make mine green. Tap my color wheel again. Hide my keyboard, and now we are here. There are lots of text options you can do. You can download fonts as well online. You can download them for free and to pay for. And customizing your text, you can change your size. You can do kerning, tracking, leading, baseline, change your opacity. When it comes to kerning and tracking, they're going to look very similar, but kerning is more focused on individual texts, so like pairs of text, and tracking focuses more on like the whole word. It's more uniform. So for example, here's tracking, it's very even, and kerning is very good at moving things around what you have selected. It's more focused. So now I'm going to select all of my words so that what I do next will affect the whole word. You can underline, which is here on the left part of your screen. It's under attributes, and you can underline, you can have only the outline, and you can rotate your text vertical. You can also, I'm gonna click and drag this lower. If you go over to your layers, now that you see your text is a layer, as you can see, my text here is a very bright color, and to edit it from here, from your layer menu, you can tap the A, which stands for, that's your text layer, and you can hit edit text, and we're gonna do the same thing that we did before. I'm gonna double tap to select all of it, go back up to my color wheel, and I can change my text here from my layer menu. One important thing to consider with working with text is that when you first add your text, it is going to be a vector text box. A vector is a form of graphic that is easily resizable. So you can click and drag and scale it up and down, and it won't lose any quality. When you start to get into editing your text in Procreate, it will change to a rasterized image. A rasterized image is made of pixels, so when you drag it up and down and change it, it will get more pixely. So that's one important thing to consider. Vector is very important when it comes to printed material. Going off of rasterized and vectored images, one thing that you cannot do to a vector image in Procreate is color it without it being rasterized. There is another way that we can do that we will cover in the next video. quick tip, if you go to your actions menu, which is again your wrench up top in your upper left, and you go to canvas, you will see that you can crop and resize your project. If you tap that, you can make your project bigger, you can make it smaller. If you try and make your project bigger, it will make it more blurry. Just a quick tip. So I'm gonna make my project a little bit smaller so you can see the difference. And if you hit done, that will crop your canvas. That is all I have for you in this video. Once again, my name is Jasmine. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Factor Obscura for letting us use your space, and thank you to the Arts Council for making this happen. In the next video, we're going to be covering masking and the drawing guide. Be sure to check it out.